Right, so it's been about a week since I've opened up this save, and what a welcome back I've got because we've got to play Chelsea and Liverpool today. Welcome back, everybody, to Unemployed to Legend, episode 8, Club 3 with Norwich City. My name is Craig, and come up in today's episode, as mentioned in the intro. My first two games back in this save will be against Chelsea and Liverpool. So the last time you were with me was obviously the opening day of the season. Two victories to start us off against Sheffield United and Aston Villa, if I can remember rightly. Since then, I've just had a quick look just before I click record, and the form's not been too bad. I mean, we had a loss against Brentford, but overall, we are starting to pick up the points, including against sides who you'd expect to be above us, such as Newcastle, who I think are in Europe this season. But overall, Everton, I know, are above us this season as well. They're a half-decent league side, but picking up a few wins and draws along the way, which means we are currently sitting 6th after 6 games with 11 points. Now, already, that's way better than where we were when I took over in November last season. I think we had 8 points after 11 games. So already, Norwich off to a decent start. Now we've got to go... Well, no, we don't have to go to Chelsea. Chelsea have to come to us, but that's still a tough ask anyway. And then we have to go to Anfield, which feels like I'm putting myself in for a little bit of a nightmare. But we'll find out how it goes. We got to start, of course, against Chelsea. In fact, just before we get into the game, was there any transfers since you were last with me? Let's have a look. When was that Aston Villa game? The Aston Villa game was the 21st of August. So, yes, there have been some players who have come in. In fact, just one. Mikel Moreno, who is a winger on loan from Barcelona. Ignore the fact it says he's better as a right midfielder. He is going to be my left or right winger. I say my left or right winger. He's one of our backups. 2-star current ability, 4-star potential, not even 4.5 stars. 20-year-old Spanish under-21 international. He's made one or two appearances for us so far this season. He looks quite lively from what I remember on the left wing, so someone to keep an eye on as we go through the season, especially if he continues getting a little bit of game time. He is a championship player currently with Premier League potential. I think if you're really going to see him start games, it will probably be in the Cups, at least for the moment. He is on the bench though, I know, for this match. So we are going to go with a slight tactical change, I think. I think we started the season with a 4-2-3-1. We have currently been using a 4-3-3 very recently in games. That's just off the top of my head. I'm trying to remind myself what we've done in the last few games. Before we just go into what the starting 11 is going to be, there has been a couple of role changes that I've made, particularly in midfield. Navarro is now playing as a deep line playmaker, as you can see. He can't really play there. I'm trying to train him now to play in defensive midfield so he can play as a playmaker, sitting very deep in front of our back four. So that way, he sits in front of our back four. He just passes the ball to some of our more attacking players ahead of him, and they do the rest. That's all I want him to do. So hopefully over the next few weeks and months, we'll be able to get him trained in that position. Whether it works today, oh, well, we're about to find out. Krau is going to be our ball-winning midfielder as well. And Ulysses Cantu on the right wing. Apparently he's very, very good. He prefers to be a winger on the right-hand side. So that's exactly what he's going to be. It takes advantage of his good physicals anyway, his good technique. Not so much of his flair, but hopefully he'll just show that naturally. Anyway, he's had a solid but unspectacular start to life at Norwich, but as a new wonder kid on the block, along with Navarro, I will be expecting him to make waves. So this is going to be the starting 11. The 4 is in goal with Durant now at left back, with Amobamido Lovato at centre back, with Lazaro reinstated at right back since he's coming to the side. Yeah, he's only made 2 league appearances and already he's better than the majority of our defence. What does that say about Lazaro? Navarro at the base in the midfield with Krau and Eggestein in midfield. Solis on the left wing still as an inverted winger. Actually, inverted winger? Nah, inside forward. He'll be inside forward, so what he's going to do, he's going to cut in from that left wing and he's going to be playing effectively alongside Reichel up front. Cantu, as we mentioned, on the right wing, he'll stay out wide and just put balls into the box, with Ryshaw as the advanced forward, hopefully getting forward, get his head on the ball as the crosses come flying in. That is kind of our plan. Whether that will be the plan that helps us get some victories on the board, we'll have to wait and see. Like I said in the last episode, there's going to be a lot of experimentation, certainly at the start of the season, or rather the first half of the season. Right, let's see. The media's given us a lot of credit recently. Let's go and use that. I trust you to make the difference. I trust Eggestein to make the difference. Look at that. Durant and Lazaro are inspired. They're motivated. It is a almost full house at Carrow Road, as you would expect. Have I got this on extended highlights? Yes, I do. For reasons. I don't want it on 2D either. What am I trying to do? We do have a highlight straight from kickoff, and there is Weichel. He is through here, but the ball is just taken away from his feet very, very quickly. I've put it back onto key highlights now, so hopefully the match will go a little bit quicker. I have the match on extended highlights just so I can watch how the team tactically performs. Obviously, when I'm doing the playthrough, and there's Weichel again, and he just shoots over. He is looking a bit more lively at the start of this game. Well, we are only 5.5 minutes in, and I already need a drink because my throat is tickling for some reason. That's not very professional of me, having to take a drink when, you know, I'm mid-flow in a sentence. You might see some edits going on. Hopefully not too many. And speaking of edits, can we just edit out the fact that we just lost the ball? Oh, there we go. Eggestein doing very well. There is Cantu. Pass the ball, Cantu. Good man. Release the ball every now and then. Navarro plays it through to Weichel. And Weichel hits the bar. Oh, my goodness. Weichel coming so close to scoring. It's probably worth noting he has not scored since that Aston Villa game in the last episode. That's not what you want from your main striker. Now, Mark Scully, he has been playing like cup matches, but I haven't actually been starting him in the league. He's made like maybe 2 sub appearances in the league. It might be worth having a look at him again, probably in the league. If Weichel doesn't score in this game, I'm going to have to probably consider whether he should even be starting. Shall I just talk smack about my players more often? I've also just realised that I'm wearing my Arsenal top. I'm wearing my Arsenal jumper. I feel like they just see me, not as a manager, but my players see me as a fan at the moment, just wearing the completely wrong top in the completely wrong stadium. If we win this game, I will continue wearing this for the Liverpool match. But Weichel, with his first goal in a month and a half, that's not something I really wanted to be saying about him. I was hoping he'd have more goals. But then again, he is someone who's only just come into the Premier League and he's got 5 goals this season. On the grand scheme of things, that's not too bad. I just wish he was a bit more consistent. That's all I'm hoping from him. It's saying right at the very bottom down here on the left that Manuel Navarro is being played out of position. I know. I put him there. I'm training him in that position. I want him to play in that position long term. And Chelsea get themselves an equaliser. Got to remember, they are very strong. I didn't actually pay too much attention to where they are in the league. I think they're 12th, which technically is behind us, but that means nothing when it's so early in the season. So they're going to be a very strong outfit, are Chelsea. I think they finished in the Champions League places last season. So they're always going to be a force to be reckoned with. And we'll find out. Well, we're finding that out in this game. We'll also find out when we go to Anfield in the next game. Really looking forward to that. But we've got an international break to get through first before we can even think about that. And before we even get to the international break and before we get to the rest of this match, half time. Time to regroup. Doesn't reflect the pattern of the game. We owe Chelsea, actually. You know what we do. They beat us last season, so let's go and see if we can snatch a victory away from them and continue our decent starts to the season. Navarro 1 star just doesn't seem right, but he's motivated, so let's give him a bit of time there. I'm not going to make any changes just yet. Let's just give him a bit of time, and let's just see if he can continue just spraying the balls forwards. If he continues making those passes, then I'm more than happy. One thing I have got him training on as well as playing as a deep line playmaker in defensive midfield is to switch the ball across the other side of the pitch. It's just something that does frustrate me with this team. They keep the ball on the one side of the pitch and they don't actually move it around too quickly. Weichel there. If I was him, I'd have just had the shot. But I would like them to move the ball from the left side of the pitch to the right-hand side when needed, or vice versa as well, especially when we're in very, very tight spots. So hopefully Navarro will be in a position to do that over the long term. And, well, with the technique and the passing and the vision that he has, he should be more than comfortable being able to do that. Cantu and Solis are very, very tired. In fact, a lot of our players are tiring very, very quickly, so we are going to make a couple of substitutions. Mark Scully is going to come on up front. And, Moreno. Would Mikel Moreno be a good option to bring on right now? I mean, he can play. He's not good at finishing. I mean, he could actually play as an inverted winger, I guess. It's probably worth just giving him a shot. We'll play him as an inverted winger, so he'll still cut in from the left wing and just generally make a nuisance of himself. Let's just see if we can just stretch Chelsea a little bit. I'm just wondering, have they changed much in their back line? I mean, it is quite tired, but a lot of our players are tired. Did we play midweek? I'm trying to remind myself. I looked at the schedules, but I haven't looked at any of the dates. So, very much, I actually don't know if we've been playing midweek or not. We are going to make one more change, and it is going to be... Looking at my defence, actually, they're very tired. Durant, for some reason, is very nervous, and he's on a yellow card. That does not fill me with confidence. So, Sanabria is going to come on for Durant at left back, and he's hoping we can, I don't know, maybe forge out a chance? I don't really know what to expect here. Time is just ticking down here into the 93rd minute, and it has just sort of petered out. I think both teams literally just ran out of steam, so yeah, there'll be a nice little jump cut in there because nothing actually happened for those final 10 minutes. You didn't get the result you wanted, but you'll still be happy. You know what? I'm proud of that performance, and the fact that Weichel has scored pleases me. He's back on the scoreboard. If he only performs for you guys, I'm just going to have to record every match. I wouldn't show every match, though. But I might just have to start tricking him, it seems, into actually scoring. Right, a draw against Chelsea has been achieved. Let's go and see if we can actually do the same thing away at Liverpool. Alright, here we go. It is time for the away game at Anfield. Norwich away at Liverpool, and heaven help this team. There have been a couple of changes. In fact, there's been a few changes because of the international break that we've just had. So let's have a look. And 4 is still in goal. Durant and Lazaro are still the fullbacks. Lovato and Sanabria are the back two because Umupamidel, he picked up a knock during the international break, but he still went to play for Ireland anyway. So I don't know how that works. Callum Styles is going to play in that deep line playmaker role at the base of the midfield. That's not a knock on Navarro, it's just I want someone a bit more experienced against Liverpool instead of someone who's not very familiar playing in that position, not necessarily that role. Krau and Eggestein will play ahead of him in midfield with Solis, Cantu on the wings, and Weichel will continue up front after his goal against Chelsea. He also scored for Austria in the international break, so hopefully that'll give him a lot of confidence. It also hasn't escaped my attention that right there, Liverpool have a front three of Salah, Mane and Erling Haaland. Someone help this team. Someone help this Norwich City side because we are the underdogs. Yeah, we are the underdogs. There's no other way of really phrasing this. We just have to go out and give everything and just try and contain these three. But we've got to try and contain them at Anfield. So just... Why? Why does the Premier League need to be this hard? Oh gosh, it was so much more fun in the lower leagues. Highlight here for Liverpool because of course there is 8.5 minutes on the clock here. If only we could just somehow turn the ball over. I mean, we focused all week in training, but I don't know if that's really going to make too much difference. Good save by Nafor there. But we'll see. I suppose we'll see in this match. One thing also we've tried to work on is attacking corners. As, oh my god, they just hit the bar there. Oh, sorry, the post. And I think we've just given away a penalty off a silly little lunge. I think that was Lazaro who gave that away. He was trying to clear the ball, and I think he just took out one of the Liverpool players. And we've needlessly given away a penalty after just 10 minutes, and Erling Haaland is stepping up. Oh, the 4 saves! What a fantastic goalkeeper we've got in between the sticks. And the 4 has just shown that he is not afraid of Erling Haaland. Weishall picks up the ball, but he has to try and hold it up as much as possible. He has won us a throw-in, so well done. But well done, Valerie Nafor saving that penalty, causing a bit of what's the word that I'm looking for? Confusion, doubts. It's causing some doubt among some of the Liverpool players. The CPU that is Erling Haaland's brain must be thinking, oh, maybe we need an update. It's not quite working right now. As Liverpool come again here, this is just going to be the theme of the entire match. I am on key highlights, right? Yes, I am. That makes it even worse. Makes it even worse for us. And there is Haaland, and he has slotted one home. It's just going to be so powerful. And to be honest with you, I actually don't know why I'm showing you this game now. Maybe a part of me was thinking we can sort of stand up to the bigger teams. I mean, we showed against Chelsea. We actually out-XG'd and outperformed Chelsea in the last match. But I think Liverpool were probably a step too far. The likes of a Liverpool or Manchester City, even a Manchester United, they are probably a step behind us. Now, look at the XG already for Liverpool. Yes, the penalty is going to be worth a lot of expected goals for them. And they just keep on coming. Oh, it's like a wave upon wave. Well won there by Cantu. Eggestein plays it through to Weishall. Oh, Weishall hits the woodwork again. That's all he does this season. If he doesn't score, he just smacks woodwork. Oh, for goodness sake. One day he'll put away one of those shots. One day. And it won't just be a header or a penalty. Solis has, I think he's taken a knock or something. I'm not too sure. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Just see if his energy picks back up. If not, we do have Moreno and Harvey Elliott on the bench just in case. As we're just trying to play the ball out from the back here. It's always a deadly proposition against Liverpool. As we are Norwich. Just play the ball over, lads. Oh my gosh, this is what happens. You try and do that, and you know what? We need to actually lower the lines a little bit here because they're just getting in far too easy. We make life so difficult for ourselves. We're passing the ball around in tight spaces. I know we're playing tiki-taka, but for goodness sake. It's too easy. It's just of our own doing. We're trying to play the ball, but unfortunately we're trying to do it against Liverpool. Boys, have a bit of intelligence. I wouldn't mind. That's actually Mo Salah's weak foot, where he just passed that right foot. That's supposed to be his weak foot. And it made zero difference. Solis is injured, I think, so we are going to have to take him off. And just before I do that, let's just shout a bit of encouragement for the lads. Oh, it's not a good start. Not a good start. Solis is injured, and Harvey Elliott is going to come on. He'll have to come on in that inverted forward. Inside forward role. So he's going to be cutting in from the left-hand side. So he did recover a little bit, but if he's injured, I'm not going to risk him. Always press, yeah, just always press Haaland. His penalty miss didn't do much, did it? Okay, breathe for a second, because we have made it to half-time. Yeah, that first half just wasn't good enough. I mean, I know we're playing Liverpool, but I would like to see a bit of fight in us. Just something a little bit different. But what we're going to have to do, not work it into the box. Play for the set pieces. Maybe just lower the tempo a little bit. Just save some of our energy as well. What does that do to familiarity? We're quite familiar with that, apparently. What I am going to do, we will try Weishall on complete forwards. I mean, is it good enough for complete forwards? He can do it. He's not the best at it. Styles in that deep line playmaker role. What we might do actually is this. We might actually have to create some numbers. Eggestein, can he go as a Mazzala? Role not available for the centre of a 3-player setup. Oh, give over. I don't remember that. Can't speak. I don't remember that ever being the case. I can't use a Mazzala like this. Okay, no worries. We're not going to make any changes other than that. Yeah, we are playing very defensive, but we're playing Liverpool. I don't know how often I need to stress that. We are playing Liverpool. As Elliot doesn't even jump. It's sad, isn't it? Oh, they come again, and there is Mane. Good save by the four. Oh, I thought he tipped it over. It was a goal kick, actually. I thought he had actually saved that. Weishall bringing the ball forward. So as a complete forward, I assume that means he's effectively going to be trying to do everything. There is Eggestein. He tries to shoot. The ball somehow ricochets all the way to Erling Haaland. My goodness, the bends that man gets on the ball. Ridiculous. We did actually turn the ball over there. I didn't even bother showing it because long or short throws, we just seem to give the ball away so often. There is Mane with the third goal. It's turning into a bit of a trouncing now. Liverpool 3, Norwich 0. What do you do from here? Because this is a little bit of a horror month. I mentioned, obviously, we saw the Chelsea game last time out. We're playing Liverpool here. We've got Manchester United next. Fun! Although, to be fair, these are not the games that we're really supposed to be winning. I just wanted to show them to see if we can actually match up against the big boys. I think the brutal answer is no, not quite yet. We can't match up against them. We've just been blown out of the water by Liverpool, really and truly. Styles with the throw in here. We actually keep hold of this one. Some miracles do happen, I guess. Durant into Styles, and there is Kraut for good. Oh my god, we can't get the bounce of the ball at the moment because Styles could not get a hold of that. Right, let's try and bring the ball down. Let's see if we can create something from this. Cantu. There is Weishall. Oh, he didn't get the ball, but Eggestein has it now. There is Cantu. We can't even find our own players. Is there a reason we can't find our own players? Harvey Elliott is in here against, I should mention, it's his old club he's actually coming up against, so he's got a bit of motivation. He wins us a corner. Let's see if our attacking corners actually works. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. That's probably because we haven't got Immobile or Scully on the pitch. There is Cantu, who should be on side. He is this time. Crowell. We're trying to keep the ball as much as we can, but it's really difficult when you've got sides like Liverpool constantly pressing you. There's no intelligence. When you play teams like Liverpool or Manchester City, your players are made to feel very, very average. In fact, Styles and Crowell both very, very tired. So Caceres is going to come on, and who else could we even bring on? There's no point taking Marshall off at this point. There really is no point. Defensive midfielder. Might just be able to play defensive midfielder. In which case that can be Caceres. Caceres is more than capable of doing that role. Styles is on a yellow card. McNair, Charisma will save that final substitution. You know what? We'll save the final substitution. It's clear a deep line playmaker against Liverpool. It's not going to work. It just isn't going to work. Look at the XG. Utterly hideous. They have played us off the park today. And did you know what? Weishall is not having a good game. We are just going to take him off. Scully can come on. He can get 15 minutes. Bless him. I don't know what he's going to be doing, but we'll just give him some time. We'll encourage the lads. Just give him something to work with. And that is mercifully the game over. You are going to see a lot of editing in that, because thankfully we basically shut the game down. That's all we did. We couldn't do anything else. If we try and attack, no, don't outstretch the arms. Good effort, lads. No, that was... Now, I'm not happy with the performance. Do you know what? We need to be aiming better than that. And I'm glad they seem motivated by that, because we need to do a lot better than that. Nothing actually happened over the last 15 minutes. We just shut everything down. Yeah, Liverpool, second in the league. How are Brighton top? My goodness. So, as you can see from the league table, 8 games in, we are 9th in the league. I think at the end of the day, if you offered me, like I said at the start of the season, if you offered me top 10, I will accept it. That will be a major improvement for Norwich. It will also mean it will keep us at the clutches of relegation. Right, so we are going to come back. In fact, have we got anyone in the top performing players in the league, top stats? So Christos Solis, 4 assists this season. It's just a shame he got injured. Hopefully it won't be a serious one. Nothing has come through the inbox about it, so hopefully that will be a good sign. We are going to come back for around December. I'll probably spare you the horrors of Manchester City, even if it is at home. We'll probably come back some point in December, around middle, late December, as we prepare for January. Bear in mind, we do still have about £8.8 million to spend, some wage budget, around 100,000 to spend as well. We'll see if there's any bargains to be had as we try and plan for the second half of the season. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button so you don't miss future Unemployed to Legend episodes coming out, if I can get my words out. Thank you all so much for your support and your patience waiting for this video to come out, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.